So now what we need to do is that we need to display data in the About Us page. If I go to the About Us page, as you can see, the page is empty. So we need to work on this. So what I'm going to do is that here in the Kivy file, we have the About Us, About Screen, and the scroll view is empty. So we need here, in the scroll view, we need to create 1, 2, 3, 4, MD label. I'm going to use the label. And for this label, first of all, I'm going to give it an ID. So the ID is going to be, let's say, about label. And then the text size, I'm going to say text size. So the text size is going to be, let's say, 6 centimeter and 4 centimeter. And for the size of the label itself, let me say size. So the size of the label is going to be self dot texture size. Texture size. For the text itself, you can display a text here, but I'm not going to use that here. I'm going to display the text. I'm going to inject the text from Python. So I'm going to leave the text empty. For the, let's also change the font size or font style. I'm going to say font style. So the font style is going to be H4 because we want it to be big. We want it to be relatively big. For the, you can also change the text color if you wish. You can say text color, and then the text color is going to be the RGB. So let's say 250, 230, and 0 and 250. I don't know what this color is. Let's try this color. And then in the main app here, we want to inject the text. So where exactly should we do that? As I told you earlier, we need to create it in the onStart. So here in the onStart, we want to inject the text that we want to display. So outside this loop, I'm going to say here, add data to about page. So for the about page, we first need to access the about label. Remember, I just created here a label, and this label has an ID of about label. So we need to say about, we need to say self dot root dot IDs dot about label. And then I'm going to store this in a variable. I'm going to store this in a variable called label. So label is going to be equal to self root IDs about label. Finally, I'm going to say label dot text, and then I'm going to inject the text. So you can type whatever you want. I'm going to say this is our about page or screen. Let's say screen. Whatever you want to do. Now let me save and run my application and show you how awesome this is. Now let me wait for this to run successfully, and now if I click on the navigation bar and then if I click on About Us, it's going to display this is our About screen. But we want to center this. So how can we do that? To center this, we can use here we can add here some styles to the label. So for this label, I'm going to add more styles. So I'm going to say here, H align center. And this is going to center the text. Let me run one more time, and it should look now amazing. Now if I click on About Us, it's going to display the text in the center, and it looks awesome. Of course, you need to display more text here. You need to display information about your application.